I hope you're having a great day. Well, we've not spoken about intermittent and dry fasting for a while, but the amount of data that we've been collecting, testimonials from around the world, and certain points, where people say the intermittent fast doesn't work for me, the dry fast doesn't work for me. What I want to start off today's video with is talking about several things that people do that makes the intermittent or the dry fast fail. Now, what we've realized for the longest time that fasting is something which is so powerful and therapeutic to the human body, the mind, and the heart as well, when it is done the right way. Every video I go on talking about the same point over and over again. The people who make fasting into a fad are the people who are harming their bodies and who don't ever get the results of intermittent and dry fasting. So we see questions of people like, tell me about a 20-hour fast. Tell me about a 24-hour fast and all of that stuff. Start off with basic fasting. Be consistent with it. See how your body changes. Okay, so number one is not to make a fad out of these diets, because intermittent fasting and dry fasting is not a diet. It is a way of life. It is a way of living. Some people do it once a week and get tremendous results. Some people do it every day. Some people do it twice a week. Some people do it 1 month in a year. Some people do it 4 times in a month. Every individual is unique. What we see around on social media is this competition for people to reach 16 hours and 20 hours and 24 hours, and everything is becoming about competition and status and all of these things, and we rob away from the actual benefits of fasting. The second thing that people do is they overdo it. They start doing more and more, and they start pushing it to 36 and 42 and 72 hours. Number one, ask yourself, does your body need that amount of extreme that you're putting into it? I can understand extreme fasting. We've seen extreme fasting work for people who are near death, who have tumors in their brains, who have cancers which are spread all over their bodies, and all of that stuff. And some people do it for spiritual reasons. But if you're a normal layman with just a little bit of weight to lose and a little bit of acidity, why do you need to keep constantly pushing your body? That is your stupidity. If you constantly try to think that my body's a machine that I can keep pushing and pushing and pushing just to challenge yourself with other things in life. Challenge yourself with trying to be a better person. Challenge yourself with your spirituality. Challenge yourself with trying to give back to society and, being kind and all of these things. Not with these stupid things that we get so addicted to, and then we make it extremes and we become fanatical about the whole thing. So do not overdo it. In the building phase, we have so many over-smart people, and I will use this term over-smart because they don't understand the concept of fasting, even though it's out there telling you there is an elimination phase, which is the fasting phase, and there is a building phase, which is the building phase. Yet, people fast, and in the building phase, they try to diet. They think that if I eat less in the building phase, I'll create a deficit, and because I create a deficit, my body will start losing weight. But you are harming your body more and more, because in the building phase, your cells are looking for nutrition and you're depriving it of calories. So now your body goes into stress mode, and it's no longer a fasting cycle, but it is a deprivation cycle, which means you will get more acidic. Your sugar levels are going to behave more badly. You lose 2 to 3 kilos easily, and then you will put all that weight back on, and you will put on ugly, stubborn fat. So don't try to, challenge science. Don't try to challenge things which are supposed to work naturally and according to the rhythm of your body by bringing in all of your uncommon sense and trying to do what everyone else around you does. The fourth biggest mistake are all of these people who say, I fasted for 14 hours, 16 hours. I only had a cup of coffee. I only had a juice. I only had a piece of fruit. That is not fasting. If you find it difficult to fast, don't fast. It doesn't have to be for everyone. It doesn't mean that all diseases are going to get cured, all your weight is going to go if you fast alone. There are so many people who don't need to fast. They live simple lives. They exercise, they eat in moderation, they're happy, they sleep well. They don't even need to fast. But yet you have people who trying to do this fast because all their friends do fast, but they can't give up their coffee or their tea, and they keep doing this and they call it a fast. But I had only a cup of coffee. I'm sorry, it is not a fast. If you have put anything other than water in your system, if you are intermittent fasting, it is not a fast. Even if you put lemon in your water, it is not a fast. Please understand, intermittent fasting is water only. Dry fasting is no water, no food. It's as simple as that. Your intention behind the fast. We have hundreds of queries that come in. I'm going to fast. I'm going to do this. I have one question for them. Why do you want to fast? Why do you want to fast? Most people don't even know why they want to fast. They want to fast because the whole world is doing it, their friends are doing it, and they have this fear of missing out. They feel that, oh, I need to fast to be in this particular cycle so, I can talk about it and stuff like that. If you don't have to fast, you don't have to fast. Keep it simple. Today, people have become so health obsessed that they think they need to do more to be healthy. The people who are sick, the people who are trying to lose weight may have to do a little bit more. But if you're fine, your life is moving on just okay, everything's working in your life, why do you have to try to do extra? Why do you need those extra superfoods? Why do you need all these extra things that promise you great health when you are already healthy? That's because we're not living mindfully, and we don't even know how we feel at any point in the day. Most people build sickness in their mind because they're constantly looking around at what other people are doing, and then they realize, I'm not doing that. And even though they have no problems, they begin to manifest the sickness just because they feel they're doing less than what everyone around them are doing. So for that, we need to live more mindfully. Now, if you are dry fasting and intermittent fasting and you find that you're losing muscle, you're losing your body tone, you're looking more and more pale, you are doing it the wrong way. What you need to do is reduce your fasting hours, increase the amount of calories, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats in your building phase. Listen to your body. The idea of intermittent fasting and dry fasting is not weight loss. It is a pleasant side effect of fasting the right way. If there's excess fat in your body and weight in your body, it is a pleasant side effect of fasting done the right way. If your intention is to use fasting to lose weight, right now don't do it because you are going to harm your body. So if you find that you're getting dull, you're looking older, people are saying, hey, what's wrong with you? You're becoming skinny too quickly and you're losing muscle mass, you're not doing the fast the right way. Please understand that it is not about 16, 18, 20 hours and all of that crap. Today, there are so many people right now who have finally reached 12 hours of pure fasting, and it works perfectly for their body. They're maintaining their weight, their skin is good, their immunity is good, their energy levels are incredible. So if 12 hours suit you, why are you trying to push yourself more? Some people may find they can go on for 14, 16, 18 hours. That is up to you. But what I'm trying to say is stop trying to copy everyone around you. Stop trying to imitate what everyone's doing. 16-8 windows become like this new term in society. Oh, I'm doing the 16-8. I'm doing the 16-8. Big deal if you're doing the 16-8, the 28, or whatever it is. Do what is right for your body. It is as simple as that. Stop listening to your own body. Your body whispers to you all the time what is necessary for you to do, how much to fast, when not to fast. I have people who suddenly get sick and they're so tired and their body's telling them eat food, go home, relax and eat food, and yet they try to push themselves. You're not winning a prize. You're not getting any reward for that. Listen to your body, because sometimes you've gone through so much of emotional and mental stress, your body wants to relax by giving it some good, tasty, wholesome food, and you are depriving your body of that. Okay, just because you're trying to be rigid with some fasting mechanism that you've put inside your head. Listen to your body. You start doing this all the time, you're going to have a bigger problem. Listen to your body. The best people who are getting the best effects of intermittent and dry fasting are the people who are doing it the right way. And all these people are not doing it every day. Some of them are doing it twice a week. Some of them are doing it once a week. Some of them are doing it twice a month. Some of them are doing it 3 times in a week. Suit what works for you and follow that path alone. 1 week of dry fasting or intermittent fasting doesn't have to mean you're going to be healthier than the person who's doing 2 days of dry fasting or 1 day of dry fasting in a week. It has to suit you, your work, your environment, what you do, and all of these things. Like through summer, a lot of people started going into dehydration because they were not mindful about drinking the right amount of water in the building phase. So, be smart with the decisions that you take. If you start doing it this way, you're mindful, believe me, fasting is the most therapeutic thing that you can ever do. Right now, you're a senior citizen out there, you're looking at extending your life, reducing your visits to the hospital, reducing your pains and all of that stuff. Fast a little bit. Fast a little bit. Don't see fasting as deprivation. Fasting is not deprivation. Fasting is discipline. You can still enjoy that 1 or 2 glasses of alcohol, your life, eating out, and all of those things. It doesn't stop you from doing it. But when it comes to your fasting time, you respect your fasting time. Self-discipline. I had a letter that came in from Germany about a 32-year-old woman who had arthritic pains for the last 10 years, coupled with acidity. she drew the conclusion that her acidity was the root cause of her arthritis. And it is usually. When you have an acidic body, you leach calcium, magnesium, D3 from your bones. You move it into an autoimmune disorder where your own white blood cells start attacking your joints and all of that stuff. She started dry fasting and intermittent fasting for about 4 to 5 times a week. Within 2 months, all of her pains disappeared. The first time she started fasting, her acids actually got worse. It's common sense. When you're cleaning out the system first has to throw out toxins, extra acids, and all of that stuff. So you got to be brave to face that. Most people run back to their doctors and jump onto antacids and all of that stuff. Use common sense. Okay, if it is getting too much, stop it. But the acids have to come out before you get better. She went through 2 or 3 days of extreme acidity. Today, she is with 0 arthritic pain, 0 acidity, more energy, clearer skin, and she's living a fantastic life. Common sense. We are feeding ourselves too much. We are eating too often. We're not giving our digestive systems a break. And because of that, all the energy spent towards digestion is taken away from your immune system, your skin, your hair, your cells, and all of that stuff. And the more and more fasting starts to get more and more therapeutic, the more and more articles you will find across the net and across the world making intermittent and dry fasting really, really small and people ridiculing it. Because one thing we need to understand, the things that work in life are the things that are never allowed to actually progress. Anything that works, anyone who's doing well, all of these things, there are people around who will want to bring it down because it will threaten. It will threaten the food lobby, it will threaten the pharmaceuticals, it will threaten the medical and healthcare industry and everything else. I'm not saying we don't need medicines and doctors, we need them, but not for stupid little lifestyle problems which we need to take responsibility for, accountability for, and fix ourselves. When I say ourselves, I mean the intelligence of our own body, which is your immune system. Your immune system gets boosted in states of fasting, not in states of deprivation. The more fasting you add to your life, it could be 12 hours. The simplest thing is to do 12 hours of fasting. Everyone can do that. You have an early dinner, 12 hours later, you have your breakfast. You want to extend, you can do that. You have a later dinner, you extend it later. It's as simple as that. 12 hours. Someone needs to do 12 hours for a week to realize how powerful it is. You find it too easy, move to 13 hours, move to 14 hours. Finally, your body will tell you, hey, you perform best at 14 hours. You perform best at 12 hours. You perform best at, 16 hours. And that's how you do intermittent and dry fasting. Everything else is a fad. And when people put you down on this, ask them for their logic and reasons. And they won't have any. Because the way forward in healthcare, the way forward in prevention is intermittent, dry fasting, integrated, done it the right way. Like I said, it may suit some people, it may not suit other people. The issue with why most people will not like this is because it doesn't cost you money. It is inexpensive, it is free, it is only up to you to do it now. So add a little bit of common sense, a little bit of self-discipline to your life and see how fasting will change that life of yours. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.